Hey, welcome back to a new episode of Create Arcane Engineering. And today's episode, we're going to be focusing on setting up some new system for getting rid of the excess cobblestone down there and finishing up this. So, picked up a piece of chrome so I can grab a nice loot box. But working with fluids is an absolute pain. So, getting a smoke-free controller is pretty simple. We've just got to set up melter, but just going to pop stuff in the bag first. And I'll set it up in the nether so I can grab some lava. Because I will need a bucket, which I'm pretty sure got left behind downstairs. So let's go grab that. I got this back to working, so I can also check on how much this is made. I haven't AFK'd any, so it's practically just what ends up there. If that's gonna need more troubleshooting. So but it did make a lot of chrome before stuff started acting up. Let's see, is this actually... Oh, I forgot that's how that works. Yeah, it won't accept it if it's too early, I think. So I've just gotta re-grab some stuff and pray that it works. Did I grab the belts already? I don't know. I've got to grab our crafting table. Works just as well. But what I also think I can grab is like a step so that like stuff won't overshoot. But I think I've pretty much worked through what there is in terms of gunpowder and like backup stores, but I think I'm just gonna slow down the input, which I feel like should have been a first thought solution. Just do a little gearbox to slow it down more than it would if I just set up like that. I reversed it on accident. So this shouldn't take much longer. I keep mixing it up because I'm so used to speeding it up. Shafts. So even slower. Okay, I think that should fix it. Next time it gets stuff, so I'll let that work. And we can focus on another thing, because one immense problem is that this cooks slower than it produces. And I know some place that could actually use that production. Because I can quite literally just bring in stuff directly from here, bring it up, and have it function in the other area with the cobblestone generator, and help that. So, I was tinkering around with it a little, and so that's where we need to get the stuff lined up for it to work. So, it is literally just dig away. Well, I think I just cut off power to the entirety of the lower area. Eh, it's fine. So I don't actually need to go right there. Because the arm should be able to reach around here. So I've just got to fix this one. And then figure out how to get vertical input. Of course, it places itself in the only orientation that doesn't work. Yeah, I'm just breaking that for a second. So of course, it can't be that simple. Just why not? Okay. Now I need to go grab a fan. I'm right here. Okay. So it's gonna be encased, so got no clue. I think that's over there. Here's the encased fans. Also, I have a gear shift in here. I'll grab a stick so I can make a lever just in case. I'm not going to go through the trouble of rearranging that entire setup. Even though... Okay. Wait. So now, we just need to have an input. Okay, that's really obnoxious if I'm trying to place stuff. So it's right there. Reverse that. I can make that. Deposit items. There's No, wait, I have to use the arm that's pre-existing there. Luckily, got this elevator, so I don't have to do anything at all. I'm gonna grab some buckets so I can pick up the lava and don't have to worry about it because it covers up. So I could probably just break this. And right here. So, deposit items. Deposit items. Take items. Take items. Deposit items. Deposit items. There's some range limitations. Okay, that's what I broke. Doesn't matter directional. So I'm thinking I can try again. And so take, deposit, deposit. Yeah, it's got 2 inputs and 2 outputs. I can have that. Ooh. I'm gonna make sure this is first target. Take for both. Yeah. So I can set this to prefer first, and it'll handle itself much better, as I'll always go to that one, since I'm pretty sure we're pretty much filled just there. Yeah, but it'll place it there. But when that one's filled, it will go to the other place. So now, take the elevator back up to ground floor. Now we just extend it upwards. Yeah, so we have that deposit straight into a depot. Deposit items and take items. So he deposits that and plops them in there. But if you see where this is, it plops it straight into there. I mean, this is actually getting a steady supply. So that's our first thing of the day, fully complete. We'll just ignore the new gash in the floor, but I need to fix up the base soon. Now, we need to head back down there. And we've got chrome producing. That's looking good. Got radiant explosives producing. They just take longer since of stuff. Stuff gets split in half into gunpowder and then more gunpowder. But I'm gonna see if I do not have a gold one, so not gold. What the other thing is, but for nearest, I'm pretty sure it puts on that path. If I can check. For gonna put on force round robin, and I'm gonna place on the glowstone that I've got. Gunpowder. That needs redstone, I'm pretty sure. So, may not have used my lever there, but I'll use it here. Nope, because I took power away when getting in. But that'll start creating radiant explosives, which we need to convert from out of compound into refined radiance. Now we need smeltery control, which I've got all the pieces for. Just gotta get that. Grab some grout, which I think I don't know why, but it just disappeared from there. But I've literally just got enough, so I can make a block until it actually go to my inventory, which I should have done since the beginning. I'm also gonna have a quick stack. I should have stayed a little bit up, so we can go to the nether. So this fuel tank needs lava to be fueled. The reason we're making cruel smeltery is because to get the full thing, we need, for melting down tar, we need to use refined fuel, and you can only use, and the heater can't handle anything above the 1000 Celsius that the lava is. And we need 15,000. 1,500. Not 15,000. If it was 15,000, we would not be attempting this. That would melt off our faces. I can just grab all that. We're about at 9. I don't know how much I need, but it'll be enough. Keep forgetting about stuff. Stopping at this floor since I made the new one. So I can have that melt. I think I need 4 ingots in it, but I'll just melt what's needed. Smeltery controller. And I'll stay full of the lava, which we can take out sometime soon. But now we need to smelt some more grout and make a small smeltery. Shouldn't be a lot. I'm heading to the wrong point. So I do have some extra grout, and I'll smelt that real quick, and I'll see once it's smelted. Today we are back with all the stuff. Make enough for a good smeltery. I actually only need one tank, really. Pretty sure I have enough. Actually, I do not. 20 for a full setup. Actually, no, I can make this work. Need to expand a bit this way. So, to fill this out. Just a bit more. But I also know I need, like, an output block. That needs 4 and 2 copper. So it looks like I'll have to get myself a little bit of grout. So. Head up here. At the very top and there's actually a good supply of that. And then we head to Green Base to grab the little bit remainder ingredients, which is just a bit of clay. There's a massive clay patch over here. But I just craft it like that. Got 8 grout. Perfectly enough. I think when I was smelting the other stack we had, it just went poof. I think I burnt it. I somehow burnt bricks. So, it's a casing that I made. I set things up around here and then just forget they exist. Through this, we can dump out stuff. That's input and output, and this can be the last block. Now we've got a valid smeltery. It's got quite large capacity, and I can have it sending fuel. Since it should. I don't get why it's showing empty, though. I know that it can fill those. So is it just not wanting to work? Is it... I'm gonna take a barrel, and I'm gonna make another container. Just like flattening 2 pieces of copper. Put this on. I didn't even hear it. Also, Minecraft music hits different. C418 did wonderfully when making music for this. Okay, I'll now have it sending it like that, so I'll see if it's... Am I just splitting it so much that it... Actually, I have an idea. So... Idea. I can... remove this one. Fell into that. This. But I can move it to the side. Have the chest there. On top of there. Place that. Okay. Now, place the chest, fill it back with the fuel. And I can clean stuff up. And have all go there. So that one fuels that one. You can assume what happens with the next one. I'll just extend it 1 block further. And fuel should be able to go down there. If I allow it, and by that, I will. Okay. Found the problem. I was just cutting into too small denomination. But now I needed to... I've got an idea. I can sort of andesite funnel in. maybe a conveyor belt heading into it. And now, double do that. And somehow that fits? So... now back the tar, since I don't really need to hold that in my inventory. Now, why am I know I have more. I'm... craft another one. Thought I saw that I had more. Hey. I'm gonna have a different block for if I want item input. Of course I do. Of course, everything has to be way more complicated. And not way more, but I feel like they could have just made it a single block. But it is everything literally just on its side. Yep, and that'll smelt. I'm receiving a reliable amount. This. So, literally one... I need to create a room back there. Actually, no, I think I could probably move that up if I want to, but... So, sulfur I need to find a way to export. If now got superheated... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. That up before it gets put in. So now I can just pull that out, and we have this. It's literally just popping that into bottles. So, didn't progress as much as I would have liked today, but I figured that's where I should end this episode. Just gonna move this over. Of course, it's going to end up working out. Okay. Now I'll tell it to pull, because I at least had something that I would block it off with. So. mix it up. Okay. Okay. Oh, we've already got a lot. So, I'll see you in a second once I've got tubing. It's gonna be a long episode, since I think I'm just gonna continue doing it. See you in a minute once I've some more fluid manipulation. Hey, we are back with a lot more equipment. So, firstly, I can just set it up like that. And so, I can keep it reversed. I'm stuck. I'm unstuck. Okay, so now now that can start smelting because I started putting stuff in there. How do I get empty vial? Ghostly glad. Oh. Well, I think that's gonna be a problem, because I've not touched the magic chapters. But I do think from, like, loot bags, I have some of those. Got 8 of them. So I can make myself just a couple. So that should make 6 ghostly glass. That gives me 6 vials. Now, got a good amount of it. So, we're now here. We've got to dunk it in sulfuric acid. And then we've also got to get chromic acid to drop it in for the last step. Then chromatic compound just has it. That. Drop it into sulfuric acid. Chilling right here. So we can have probably something less compact, since we're dealing with liquids. I'm gonna go grab some water from this unlimited source, and since all of this just requires mixing with water, I figure I can grab enough to make 2 infinite sources. Or I have an idea. I can move stuff to the other side of that, and I can have maybe like an open room over there. So I could access all the stuff. So I'm gonna do a bit of excavating. I've got that chilling there. This fully melting stuff. And refined fuel doing amazingly. And if I eventually do get stuff, I can probably split it at like that point if I want. So I'll see you in a second once I've dug out a good area over there. Okay, so we're back. I've dug out this good sized area. Got a belt. But I am deciding how I want to get that up, since I know. Oh, thank goodness that wasn't the full thing. Just for a second I thought it was, and I didn't not think that would have done well. But let's do the cobble. I don't have anything that will act well as a container besides this, but I've got an idea. I can pretty much stick with it, so like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna let that work while I split up one of my brass machines into this, because I can't bear the slow transfer. Yep. And that chest is already empty. Okay. Just 2 more shoots to bring all that down. I wonder, can I run the opposite? It probably can't. I can sure try. Yeah. So I'm gonna sort of. Yeah, we're back. Didn't take very long, but I didn't want to make you all wait. I can travel it across, and then just straight into like a thing. Can I place it on the? I can place it on the bottom. Anything water. Pretty sure I know when it converts into sulfuric acid. Yeah. Then I have to like pump it out. But I'm pretty sure I can just have. Hopefully I don't have anything that can get hurt. So. It's not one electric place, I'm assuming, because. Yeah. I can. Like that, though. Okay, the liquids are fine to coexist. But I also need to, like, slow this down by it. forgetting if I'm in backpack, it will open up there. Yeah, but that'll give plenty of time to pump everything out. So, I'm gonna go grab some, like, storage. After real quick, I cut that off and set it like that. So we've got sulfuric acid, I can pump it out. And there's an output right there. And just leave that out at the moment. So I'll pump that into storage tank. But I think this is where we'll leave off for the episode. I'll grab more stuff and we can continue immediately off of this point and hopefully finish chapter 3. So I will see you next episode where we'll finish this project up.